Welcome to my Passion Travel channel, the channel specializing in street food and travel. Samosa, deep-fried pastry filled with spiced potatoes, peas, and sometimes meat. Here's a basic recipe for making samosas, along with the ingredients you'll need. Ingredients. For the dough, 2 cups, all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup vegetable oil, or ghee, 1-2 teaspoons salt water, as needed. For the filling, 2 large potatoes, boiled, peeled, and mashed. 1-2 cup green peas, fresh or frozen. 1 small onion, finely chopped 2 cloves garlic, minced 1 teaspoon ginger, grated 1 green chili, finely chopped, optional, adjust to taste. 1 teaspoon cumin, seeds 1 teaspoon coriander seeds, crushed 1-2 teaspoon turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon garam masala salt, to taste 2 tablespoons vegetable oil, fresh coriander leaves, chopped, optional, for frying. Vegetable oil instructions. Prepare the dough. In a mixing bowl, combine the all-purpose flour, salt, and vegetable oil or ghee. Rub the oil into the flour using your fingertips until it resembles breadcrumbs. Gradually add water, a little at a time, and knead until you have a smooth and firm dough. Cover the dough and let it rest for about 30 minutes. Prepare the filling. Heat vegetable oil in a pan over medium heat. Add cumin seeds and crushed coriander seeds. Let them splutter. Add chopped onions, minced garlic, grated ginger, and chopped green chili. Sauté until onions turn translucent. Add turmeric powder, garam masala, and salt. Mix well. Add mashed potatoes and green peas. Stir to combine all the ingredients. Cook for a few minutes until the flavors meld together. If the mixture seems too dry, you can add a splash of water. Remove from heat and let the filling cool completely. Once cooled, add chopped fresh coriander leaves if using. Assemble the samosas. Divide the dough into equal-sized balls. Roll each ball into a thin circle, then cut it in half to form 2 semicircles. Take 1 semicircle and fold it into a cone shape, sealing the edges with water. Fill the cone with the prepared potato filling, then seal the top edge to form a triangular shape. Repeat with the remaining dough and filling. Fry the samosas. Heat vegetable oil in a deep frying pan or katai over medium heat. Once the oil is hot, carefully drop a few samosas into the oil, making sure not to overcrowd the pan. Fry until they turn golden brown and crispy on all sides. Remove the fried samosas from the oil using a slotted spoon and drain on paper towels to remove excess oil. Serve. Serve the hot and crispy samosas with your favorite chutneys, such as tamarind or mint chutney. Aloo Tikki, spiced potato patties, shallow fried and served with chutneys. Aloo Tikki is a popular Indian street food snack made from boiled potatoes, spices, and herbs. It's essentially a potato cutlet that's shallow fried until golden brown and crispy on the outside, while soft and fluffy on the inside. Here's a simple recipe to make aloo tikki. Ingredients: 4 medium-sized potatoes, boiled, peeled, and mashed. 1-2 cup breadcrumbs or roasted gram flour, besan. 1 small onion, finely chopped 2 green chilies, finely chopped, adjust to taste. 1-2 teaspoon ginger paste, or grated ginger. 1-2 teaspoon cumin seeds. 1-2 teaspoon coriander powder. 1/2 teaspoon garam masala. 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder. Salt to taste 2 tablespoons. Chopped fresh coriander leaves, cilantro. Oil for shallow frying. Chaat masala, optional for serving. Tamarind chutney and green chutney, optional for serving. Instructions. In a mixing bowl, combine the mashed potatoes, breadcrumbs or gram flour, chopped onions, chopped green chilies, ginger paste, cumin seeds, coriander powder, garam masala, turmeric powder, salt, and chopped coriander leaves. Mix everything together until well combined. Divide the mixture into equal-sized portions and shape them into round patties or tikkis. Heat oil in a non-stick skillet or frying pan over medium heat. Once the oil is hot, carefully place the potato patties in the pan. Cook until the bottom side is golden brown and crispy. Then flip and cook the other side until golden brown as well. You may need to add more oil if necessary. Once both sides are crispy and golden brown, remove the aloo tikki from the pan and drain on paper towels to remove excess oil. Serve the aloo tikki hot with a sprinkle of chaat masala on top, along with tamarind chutney and green chutney on the side for dipping. Jalebi, deep-fried pretzel-shaped sweet made from maida flour and soaked in sugar syrup. Jalebi is a popular sweet dish in Indian cuisine, made by deep-frying a wheat flour, maida, batter into pretzel or circular shapes, which are then soaked in a sugary syrup. Jalebi is known for its crispy texture on the outside and syrupy sweetness. Here's a basic recipe to make jalebi at home. Ingredients for the batter: 1 cup all-purpose flour, maida, 2 tablespoons corn flour, optional for extra crispiness, 1 2-cup yogurt, plain, 1 4-teaspoon baking powder, 1 4-teaspoon turmeric powder for color, water as needed to make a thick batter. For the sugar syrup: 1 cup sugar, 1/2 cup water, 1/4 teaspoon cardamom powder, saffron strands, optional for flavor and color, few drops of lemon juice to prevent crystallization. For frying: vegetable oil or ghee instructions. Prepare the batter. In a mixing bowl, combine the all-purpose flour, corn flour, if using, baking powder, turmeric powder, and yogurt. Gradually add water and whisk until you have a smooth, thick batter. The consistency should be similar to pancake batter. Cover the bowl and let the batter rest for 24 hours at room temperature. This fermentation process helps in developing flavor. Prepare the sugar syrup. In a saucepan, combine sugar and water. Heat over medium heat, stirring until the sugar dissolves. Add cardamom powder and saffron strands, if using. Let the syrup simmer for 5-7 minutes until it reaches a 1-string consistency. To test the consistency, take a small amount of syrup between your thumb and index finger. It should form a single thread when pulled apart. Once the syrup reaches the desired consistency, remove it from the heat and add a few drops of lemon juice to prevent crystallization. Keep the syrup warm. Fry the jalebis. Heat vegetable oil or ghee in a deep frying pan or kadai over medium heat. The oil should be moderately hot, not too hot or too cold. Fill a squeeze bottle or piping bag fitted with a small nozzle with the prepared batter. Squeeze the batter in a circular motion into the hot oil, starting from the center and moving outwards to form spiral or pretzel shapes. You can make them as small or large as you prefer. Fry the jalebis until they are crisp and golden brown on both sides. Be careful not to overcrowd the pan. Remove them using a slotted spoon and drain excess oil. Soak in sugar syrup. Immediately transfer the fried jalebis into the warm sugar syrup. Let them soak for about 30 seconds to 1 minute, ensuring they are well coated with syrup. Remove the jalebis from the syrup and place them on a serving plate or wire rack to drain any excess syrup. Serve. Serve the jalebis warm or at room temperature. They are best enjoyed fresh, but you can store any leftovers in an airtight container at room temperature for up to 2 days. Kulfi, creamy Indian ice cream made with condensed milk and various flavors. Kulfi is a popular frozen dessert originating from the Indian subcontinent. It's often described as traditional Indian ice cream, but it has a denser and creamier texture compared to Western ice cream. Kulfi is typically made by reducing milk until it becomes thick and creamy, then flavored with various ingredients such as saffron, cardamom, pistachios, or almonds. Here's a simple recipe to make kulfi at home. Ingredients: 4 cups whole milk, 1 2-cup sugar, adjust to taste, 1 2 teaspoon cardamom powder, a pinch of saffron strands, optional for flavor and color, 2 tablespoons chopped nuts, such as pistachios, almonds, or cashews, plus extra for garnish 1 tablespoon cornstarch or arrowroot powder, optional for thickening. Instructions: in a heavy-bottomed saucepan, bring the milk to a boil over medium heat, stirring frequently to prevent it from sticking to the bottom of the pan. Once the milk comes to a boil, reduce the heat to low and simmer, stirring occasionally until the milk reduces to about half its original volume. This process can take 30-45 minutes. Be patient and keep an eye on the milk to prevent it from boiling over. Once the milk has reduced, add the sugar, cardamom powder, saffron strands, if using, and chopped nuts. Stir well to combine. If you prefer a thicker kulfi, mix the cornstarch or arrowroot powder with a tablespoon of water to make a slurry. Add the slurry to the milk mixture and stir continuously for a few minutes until it thickens slightly. Remove the pan from the heat and let the mixture cool to room temperature. Pour the cooled kulfi mixture into kulfi molds or small cups. If using kulfi molds, cover them with aluminum foil or lids to prevent ice crystals from forming on the surface. Place the kulfi molds or cups in the freezer and let them freeze for at least 6 hours or overnight until solid. To serve, remove the kulfi from the molds by dipping them in warm water for a few seconds, and then gently pulling them out. If using cups, you can serve the kulfi directly in the cups. Garnish the kulfi with chopped nuts before serving, if desired. Shawarma, grilled meat, typically chicken or lamb, wrapped in flatbread with vegetables and sauce. Shawarma is a popular Middle Eastern street food dish made with seasoned meat, typically lamb, chicken, beef, or a combination thereof. The meat is marinated with a blend of spices and seasonings, then stacked in a vertical rotisserie and slowly roasted until tender and juicy. The cooked meat is thinly sliced and usually served wrapped in pita bread or flatbread, along with various accompaniments such as tahini sauce, hummus, pickles, tomatoes, onions, and lettuce. Here's a basic recipe for making chicken shawarma at home. Ingredients: for the marinade, 1 pound boneless, skinless chicken thighs or breasts, thinly sliced 1/4 cup plain yogurt, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 2 cloves garlic, minced 1 tablespoon lemon juice, 1 teaspoon ground cumin, 1 teaspoon ground paprika, 1/2 teaspoon ground turmeric, 1/2 teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon ground coriander, 1/4 teaspoon cayenne pepper, adjust to taste, salt and black pepper to taste. For serving, pita bread or flatbread, tahini sauce or garlic sauce, hummus, sliced tomatoes, sliced cucumbers, sliced onions, chopped lettuce pickles, optional. Instructions: in a bowl, whisk together the yogurt, olive oil, minced garlic, lemon juice, cumin, paprika, turmeric, cinnamon, coriander, cayenne pepper, salt, and black pepper to make the marinade. Add the sliced chicken to the marinade and toss to coat evenly. Cover the bowl and marinate the chicken in the refrigerator for at least 1 hour, or preferably overnight, to allow the flavors to develop. Preheat your grill or grill pan over medium-high heat. Alternatively, you can cook the chicken in the oven using a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Thread the marinated chicken slices onto skewers if using a grill. If using a grill pan or baking sheet, simply lay the chicken slices flat. Cook the chicken for 5-6 minutes on each side, or until fully cooked and slightly charred on the edges. If using a grill, rotate the skewers occasionally for even cooking. Once the chicken is cooked, remove it from the heat and let it rest for a few minutes. Then, thinly slice the chicken into strips. To serve, warm the pita bread or flatbread. Spread a layer of tahini sauce or garlic sauce onto the bread. Then add a spoonful of hummus. Place some sliced tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, lettuce, and pickles on top if desired. Finally, add the sliced chicken on top of the vegetables